Oh my goodness, this thing is too powerful, guys. What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive, bringing you guys a Pokemon Showdown live in the RU tier, which is currently in its beta testing phase, which means there are all sorts of broken Pokemon in this tier right now that I want to take advantage of before they get banned. So we're gonna try it out. I just kind of threw this team together really quickly in about 5 or 10 minutes, so it's probably not perfect, but I figured we could test out some of these Pokemon and just experiment a little bit in the RU tier and have some fun doing it and use some Pokemon that I really like to use. So let's talk about the team and all that good stuff. And of course, if you want to see more Showdown lives, hit that like button down below. Definitely make sure you guys subscribe if you're new. You guys really like the Beastly Bugs one. I didn't know if you guys wanted to see more mono-type stuff or just a regular live, so I figured I would try the regular live for the RU beta and just see how it went and see what you guys thought. So let's do it. So I'm going to be bringing Heracross, which should probably be banned immediately from this tier. It is very, very good. We're bringing a banded Heracross, which I love to use. Adamant, Close Combat, Megahorn, Knockoff, Stone Edge. It just rips through teams. It is so powerful, and there are very few switch-ins. I'm bringing King Tut here, Archiphagus, Toxic Spike, Shadow Ball, Pain Split, Will-O-Wisp. Pretty cool stuff there, so I got dual status. A little bit redundant with having T-Spikes and Will-O-Wisp, but I figured it could be actually pretty solid, and I like using King Tut. Archiphagus, one of my favorite Pokemon to use. I had it in a couple of seasons ago in a draft league. Its Mummy ability is really cool, and it serves to be a really, really good defensive Pokemon. We've got Talos Swift here, Max Speed, Scrappy, Choice Specs, Boomburst. This thing hits so hard to anything that doesn't resist it, and it could be a really, really big threat. Boomburst, Air Slash, Heat Wave, and U-Turn for initiative. We've got Lars here, the Dawn fan, rocking that Rocky helmet, max defense, Rapid Spin, Stealth Rock, Knockoff, Earthquake. This thing is meant simply to set up Stealth Rock and allow me to Rapid Spin. Now keep in mind, I do have Toxic Spikes and Stealth Rocks, and I have a Spin blocker, so it kind of discourages my opponent from being able to Rapid Spin. We've got Slime Shady here, which is running the Assault Vest Sap Sipper. Max special attack, of course, we're going to make him modest. And he's going to be rocking Ice Beam, Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, Dragon Breath, Dragon Pulse. That's what happens when you make the team pretty quickly. Dragon Pulse. So this thing is just a really good special defensive Pokemon. I had 2 physical defensive Pokemon, so I wanted to have something special. And Necrozma, of course. Rocking Weakness Policy. Pretty interesting stuff there. I have enough speed to ensure we outspeed things like Flygon at +1 or Choice Scarf base 100 Pokemon after an Autotomize. Stored Power gets that huge boost through Weakness Policy. Dark Pulse, Stored Power, and Earthquake round out our lineup there. So I'm just gonna try to have some fun, man, with this team, and we'll give it a solid go. So let me connect to a match here in the RU tier and see how it goes. All right, guys, looks like we got our first matchup here. This guy's got a Flygon, Florges, Froslass, Furfrou, Floatzel, and Frogadier. So pretty sure I'm expecting to see either the Froslass lead or the Frogadier lead. Those seem to be the most likely to me. Unfortunately, the Froslass could be really annoying and hazard stack me, so I do have to be a little bit cautious there. But I think leading with Lars is pretty solid unless he leads Frogadier. That would be kind of the issue there. Do I think he's going to lead Frogadier or not? If I think he's going to lead Frogadier, I should probably lead with Slime Shady. If I think he's going to lead Froslass, then I should lead with Lars. Although Slime Shady's kind of a good middle ground either way, because I could easily Rapid Spin on him later. So I think I'm going to lead with Slime Shady here, kind of predicting the Frogadier, but he's going to lead Froslass, which is fine. I can take any hit from this thing, so we're going to go for the Flamethrower right off the bat, as he just sets up a layer of spikes. I'm sure this will knock him down to close to his Sturdy. That's fine with me, and this will give us an opportunity to go into our... Do I want to go into Dawn Fan? Probably not. I don't really want to allow him to kind of just start to Ice Beam and stuff on us. So I'm thinking I want to go into King Tut here because I can Will-O-Wisp him, and then that'll like hurt him from the Destiny Bond. So he just goes for Will-O-Wisp on us actually, which I'm a little surprised to see because I could have just knocked him out there. But that's okay. This is an opportunity for me to set up my T-Spikes. He really doesn't like T-Spikes, especially with things like Florges, and I can easily Rapid Spin away later with Lars, especially in front of Florges, and I can Rapid Spin in front of the Furfrou as well. So I'm just going to set up a layer of T-Spikes here, and I understand that he's Spike stacking me right now, which is definitely a bit annoying, but I'll go for the Will-O-Wisp this time just to ensure, in case he does go for Destiny Bond, that he won't be able to knock us out. So Archiphagus picking up a nice kill against the Froslass there. We don't have to worry about him pulling any shenanigans with Destiny Bond, and he does get 3 layers of spikes up, which is not ideal, obviously, but I do have a Rapid Spinner, and he has no Ghost type on his team, which is kind of surprising, actually. So he's going to bring in the Frogadier. I'm likely expecting some sort of a Dark Pulse here. I can kind of just stay in and take it and go for like a Pain Split if I wanted to. The other option is going into Slime Shady here. which is probably the better play. Although these spikes are really going to start to rack up against us, and we're going to have to be able to take 2 hits from this thing. So, I mean, this is really the only thing I need to take hits from with Slime Shady. So I'm going to make the play into Slime Shady here. We could get red. He could go for a U-turn, but he is just going to Dark Pulse, and we're going to take that really well because Slime Shady is just kind of a monster, and we're going to see a Life Orb, not a Choice Scarf, which is nice. Now, I'm fully expecting some sort of a U-turn here, and I think he's going to go Florges, if I'm being totally honest. So to me, like, me going into Lars here is a good play. I don't think he could Ice Beam though. That would be the only hiccup, is if he Ice Beams. So I'm gonna go for the Flamethrower just in case he does Ice Beam, but he does just go into Florges. So I could have made a prediction there, but at the same time, like, it wasn't really worth the risk. But this should be able to get me into Lars. He could Moonblast, but I'm pretty sure we can take 2 of them. Actually, should I risk that? Should I risk that switch in right now? I think I should. I just don't know, can I take 2 Moonblasts from this thing? Is it worth me risking that? Because if I go into Lars and we don't get the Rapid Spin off, this game is going to be really tough for us. And I want to ensure that I get a Rapid Spin up. But there's not really anything good for me to switch in here. Except for like King Tut, maybe getting up a second layer of T-Spikes could be useful. Or I could like Pain Split against him. Yeah, I don't want to just go into Lars here and take 2 Moonblasts and die. That's the biggest concern I have. So I'm going to go to King Tut here first. And let's see here. He does go for the Toxic, so I would have got the free switch and I wanted, but that's okay. This gives me an opportunity to set up that second layer of T-Spikes, which could be nice, but I'm just going to Pain Split and try to get some health back. You're going to see an Aromatherapy there, which is fine by me. I'll get some health back. Not much, but a little bit. And it doesn't seem like he's going to really go on the offensive here. So I'm going to just take this opportunity to... I kind of want him poisoned. Do I want to go into Lars right now? I just don't know whether... Like, it's so not worth it if I take 2 Moonblasts and die. Like, that's just not worth it. Because I need to Rapid Spin. Like, I 1,000,000% need to Rapid Spin. So I'm going to actually just go for a Willow, predicting a potential switching of the Flygon. We're not going to see that, though. So I get a burn off on him. No big deal. And I'm kind of almost just sacking off King Tut at this point in time. I'm okay with it. I'll go for another layer of T-Spikes in case we live, but he crits us. That's fine. So, again, my focus here is to get this Rapid Spin off because I think getting rid of these 3 layers of spikes is going to be kind of the most important part of this process for us. And I can Rapid Spin and then I can set up like Stealth Rocks on the next turn if I want to. This obviously invites in the Frogadier, but I still do have Goodra, which is a pretty safe switch in. I'll just go for the Toxic, no big deal. And again, all I'm trying to do here is just set up for things like Swellow, because once Swellow comes in, like Swellow just wins actually. So we'll just go for the Stealth Rock, unless he's Scarfed Flygon. So we'll go for the rocks here, get those up. And this is all just setting up, like I said, an opportunity for us to go into our Swellow pretty soon here. So I'm gonna go for EQ now. He's gonna just Synthesis. I'll get a nice EQ off there, which I think was kind of a mistake on his part for doing that, but that's okay. And now I get to just go and Swellow, and I can just start clicking Boomburst. And like, even if he Synthesis, this is still gonna hurt. Like Florges, it's gonna really hurt, guys. Specs Boomburst is no joke, and he doesn't really have any reliable switch-ins. So it seems like he likes my pun though, Taylor Swift. But yeah, we should be in pretty decent shape because I mean, we crit him there. I don't know how much that crit actually mattered. Like, I can calc it, but I don't really think that Florges was going to be taking too many, and a Moonblast wasn't going to kill us either way. At this point in the match, I don't know if he can actually live a hit from Swellow. The only thing that would really concern me would be the Flygon being Choice Scarf. And if he's Choice Scarf Flygon, then I think Necrozma can win. So here comes the Flygon. Now, is he Choice Scarf Flygon? That is the question. If he is, then we're in a little bit of trouble. I don't want to allow him to Dragon Dance on us, though. So I'm just going to Boomburst. And he's not Choice Scarf. And we just one-shot that Flygon with a Boomburst. And I was not kidding. Taylor Swift does not mess around with Choice Specs Boomburst. And that should be the game. Because we know his Frogadier is Life Orb. Float Soul, unless it's Scarfed, he probably would have brought it in there. So, to me, like, as much as losing Swellow would have stunk there, I know that I could have went Necrozma at that point in time, and Necrozma probably could have won the game with an Autotomize. So I think Boomburst just kind of clears the field here. That should kill the Furfrou, which it does. Man, Taylor Swift doesn't mess around, guys, and he's just gonna forfeit. So I'm not too surprised to see that. So good game there, but we'll grab the next one here against a new opponent with this RU squad, and we'll see what we run into. We're gonna see all sorts of crazy stuff on the ladder because again, this is like very early part of the tier. So he's got Silvally, Rhyperior, Toxicroak, Florges, Blastoise, Blastoise and Moltres. So I do like, well, Toxic Spikes are a little less useful. Donphan is really good here though. You know, we could definitely use Donphan here and make that kind of work, at least to get up Stealth Rocks early game, specifically for the Moltres, I think is pretty important. So let's lead with our Donphan, because I can stop him from spinning later on. He's gonna lead Rhyperior, so he's gonna wanna try to set up his own hazards, but I'm just gonna go for the rocks myself. He might just go Moltres. No, he just goes right into Blastoise, so that's fine. Now, if he wants to spin, he can try, but I can just go into King Tut and stop the spin here every time. So we'll see if he just scalds, but he does go for the rapid spin. Now, I could choose to try to burn something right now, because his likely option here is to either... He has a couple options. He can try to go for a Scald and try to burn me, which is kind of interesting. I kind of want to go into Pink Nokia here, because if we get burned, that allows me to just click close combat and like absolutely decimate something, which could be really cool if we get burned. I'm debating though, what do I want to go into? The other option is going into Slime Shady, but I can't really do much. I could try to burn this thing. Setting up T-Spikes is kind of useless with this thing around. I'm gonna make the play into Pinocchio and expect him to go for a Scald, and I'm gonna try to burn myself. He's a water spouting Blastoise. Okay then. Things I was not expecting. All right, well, this is an opportunity for me to just click close combat, I think. So let's go for that. Let's just get some big damage off on this thing. We're gonna see it does a good amount, and if he tries to water spout again, it's really not gonna do much. He scalds and he gets the kill. I think we actually just knocked him into torrent range there, which is kind of a bummer. But what is his switching for Taillow Swift right now? I mean, maybe Florges, but I'll just click Boomburst here, and we can keep him from rapid spinning, because this is gonna hurt. Like, even if he goes Florges, it's gonna hurt after rocks, and Rhyperior is not the greatest switching either. So let's see how much this does to Florges. Wow, we crit, but geez, dude. Oh my goodness, this thing is too powerful, guys. This thing is too powerful. Even with the crit, that was a 2-hit KO. So, because it did 72, so if you remove the crit, that was a 2-hit KO after rocks. Maybe not with leftovers, it would have been close because he has leftovers, but my goodness, this thing is insane, guys. This thing is insane. Specs Swellow. If you don't know, Specs Swellow was a thing last generation too, but Swellow got a special attack buff. I believe it got 20 base stat total added to its special attack, which makes it insane, and ghost types can't switch into it either, and he's just gonna let this thing die, so this thing's dead. See you later. That's good for me, because now I can set T-Spikes, which are really good against this team. He's gonna go into Wall Maria here. That's totally fine. King Tut is a really good switch in, and so is Lars. It's a little tough to decide though, because I can choose to try to get up my hazards right now if I want, like, more T-Spikes, or I can go into Lars and try to, like, take the hit even better. So I think Lars is the better play, because I think Pythagoras has more use later, and he does Rock Blast, so that's probably a good play on our part. And he only gets 2, so that's really nice. Now, a knockoff here is pretty sweet, because I can knock off really anything, including this item, which is potentially a Assault Vest. Let's go for the knockoff here just to get some damage. He's got a Z move, and he's probably the Sub-Zero Slammer. Oh my goodness, things I was not expecting there. That's fine with me. He has the Avalanche is the move he went for, actually. I'm thinking I just go to King Tut at this point. Do I have any more usefulness for Lars? No, we'll just Earthquake. We'll get some damage off on this thing. He's gonna Stealth Rock, which is fine. I can just Rapid Spin until he kills us, basically, and keep those hazards off the field. Keep Swellow healthy, and he's probably pretty close to Swellow range, too. You know, maybe another little bit of damage. He's got the Ice Punch, no big deal. And he has Life Orb, but he gets the Freeze, actually, which is kind of unfortunate because that does allow him to set up Stealth Rocks right now. I'm going to click Rapid Spin in case we unfreeze, but he does get Rocks up. Hopefully we thaw this turn, and we do. So we're going to get those Rocks off the field, which is really nice. And he's just going to go for the Ice Punch and knock us out. So that's fine with me. And you can see just how low he is now. So we have a couple options here, but I'm pretty sure, like, I just bring in Taillow Swift and just click Boomburst again. Like, I don't really see what he's gonna do against us, if I'm being totally honest. Like, what does he have for a Specs Boomburst? That's what kind of this team is based around, though. Like, the hazard stacking and then using Swellow and Heracross to just rip through teams. So I don't think he has a switch in. Moltres takes 50% on entry. That thing's dead. I mean, I think the only thing at this point that can live a hit would be, he's gonna go into Moltres. Now, is this Scarf Moltres or not? I don't know. Because I don't know, I'm gonna play it safe and go into Slime Shady. He's gonna Fire Blast and miss. So if he is Scarf Moltres, then you know, that would have been a good play. Now he could go Florges here, which is a really low amount of health. I don't know if 2 Thunderbolts kills after rocks. We're gonna find out right now. It's gonna be close. It does kill, so that's pretty much game at this point. Here comes the Silvally, which is Silvally Dragon. So he's probably gonna go for a dragon move against us. I think, I'm gonna keep this thing around, I think is important. So we'll go to King Tut here, and we'll take the multi-attack. A Parting Shot, okay. So that's gonna get him back into that Moltres probably, which is fine. And I can easily set T-Spikes at this point in the game and pretty much secure a W. It shouldn't be too hard for us to do. I can't imagine he can really do much. Yeah, here comes the Blastoise. At this point, like, he can't Rabbit Spin, so not really a big deal. I'm just gonna set up that layer of T-Spikes. He's gonna Scald. I don't care if we get burned. Doesn't really matter at this point. Set up a layer of T-Spikes. Very nice. And then at this point in the match, I just click Shadow Ball, knock out the Blastoise here, or come close to it. Yeah, we're almost gonna knock him out. He doesn't have lefties, so no big deal. I should be able to take one more Scald here unless he crits. And he's gonna not crit us, and we're gonna get the Shadow Ball off. And Moltres is gonna be down to 1 HP. Silvally is gonna be poisoned now and taking more rocks damage. And I'll Pain Split just in case he doesn't kill us, but he does show the Flamethrower. That's fine. And now we just win with Eclipse. In case he does, he might Parting Shot us, but at this point I can pretty much just click Autotomize. And we are faster than Scarf Moltres, so no matter what, he's gonna drop a Draco and miss, no big deal. I get the Autotomize up, and that pretty much puts us in a point where this game's over. I can just click Dark Pulse. And we flinch. Yep, we're gonna flinch. That's game. So GG, dude. Pretty easy one there. Just really putting the pressure on with Scarf Swellow, man. It's just super good. Like, Scarf Swellow is just insane, and you're gonna see this Moltres come in, and even if he is scarfed, it doesn't matter. Dark Pulse is gonna be able to pick up the kill because we are faster. So let's grab ourselves another game. Pretty interesting squad here. He's got Silvally, Milotic, Cresselia, Doublade, Hitmonlee, and Ditto. So some pretty tough stuff for us to deal with here, especially considering the fact that he does, like, Cresselia gets bopped by Pinknocchio, but Doublade kind of walls it entirely. So we have to kind of play that game there a little bit. In terms of leads, he doesn't have any hazard, like, concerns. So I think I just want to lead Lars, and if he leads Milotic, that could be a bit annoying, but I think Lars is a really good lead here. So let's turn the timer on here, and let's do that, because realistically, like, it's a good switch into Hitmonlee, it's a good switch into Doublade, and getting up rocks is really nice. The only way that really and actually T-Spikes is really good here too, but he's gonna lead Silvally, and what type is he? He is Silvally Normal, so he could have any item here. I think I just want to go for rocks, but like, he could totally go for like an Ice Beam or something. And I think keeping Lars healthy is important. So I'm gonna make a pretty interesting play here. Do I want to go King Tut and try to get up T-Spikes? T-Spikes are nice because they affect the Ditto too. Let's go to King Tut here and see what he wants to do. Yeah, he does have the Ice Beam. I just didn't want to take an Ice Beam like right off the bat there. That seemed to be a little bit pointless. And I can go for a Willow if I want to burn something on entry. Or T-Spikes. I'm gonna go for the T-Spikes. He's gonna Ice Beam again, and he crits us there, so definitely a bit of a bummer there that we get crit. So I think I'm gonna go Pinknocchio now, because I'm pretty sure I can take any hit, and we can close combat or knock off. I wonder if he's scarfed. The other option is going to Slime Shady and just clicking Flamethrower. I don't want to lose Pinknocchio though, because I really need it. Let's go to Slime Shady because I know I can take an Ice Beam. It's not a big deal. Let's go for the Flamethrower, predicting the potential Doublade on a Dragon Pulse, maybe. He's just gonna Ice Beam again. We can take that no problem, and we get a Flamethrower off here, which isn't gonna do much. We're gonna Dragon Pulse him now. This Silvally actually is kind of annoying. We have a bit of an ice weakness on our team now that I notice it, but that's okay. One of the nice things is Necrozma can kind of just win too later on. So we'll Dragon Pulse. That's gonna really weaken Silvally. Pretty low there. I don't really have a great switch in at this point in time. I probably die right now, so that's kind of a bummer. But I think I'm just gonna let him kill me with the Ice Beam. You know, I hate to lose that many Pokemon this early in the game, but at the same time, gotta do what we gotta do. Now, what are the chances that he scarfs Silvally? Like, I just have no idea. I'm gonna go to Eclipse here. We'll just click EQ, I think. Yeah, let's just click EQ. I think he's just gonna let himself go down, or I just don't want to go into Swellow and like end up having him be scarfed. That seems like pretty dumb. Actually, Dark Pulse is a better play. Yeah, it's Dark Pulse. Just in case he goes Ditto. He's gonna go do Blades. That's fine. We get the Dark Pulse off, and we just one-shot him. We get a crit. That was not Eviolite to Blade. I don't know what that was, because even a crit shouldn't have killed him. So at least I don't think. I guess we are max special attack though. But now I'm expecting the potential Hitmon Lee going for knockoff here. He's just gonna DC, so we'll take that win there. I'm just gonna assume that he's not coming back. So I'll just grab another one. All right, guys, we got another one here. This one's a pretty interesting match, though. He's got a Chatot, a Bibarel, Cloyster, Magearna, Klinklang, and Araquanid. So in terms of leads, I'm expecting the Deontay lead. I kind of want to try to get my hazards up, like my T-Spikes. Yeah, I think I want to try to get T-Spikes up right away, because that Chatot's going to be really scary. But we kind of win with Taylor Swift if I can get some chip damage. So let's try that. Let's try getting over T-Spikes. He's going to go Iago here, so this thing is going to just Boomburst away. And I actually have to go into Slime Shady here. That's going to be my best bet. He's going to Chatter, actually, which does confuse us. It's a bit annoying, but he doesn't really have a great switch into Thunderbolt, so we'll just Thunderbolt. He might go Klinklang here. No, he goes Araquanid. That's a mistake, but I hit myself in confusion. I think I just Thunderbolt, because I don't really have a great switch in. And we hit ourselves in confusion again, and we get liquidationed. So us getting confused and hitting ourselves twice is kind of annoying, but we hit him for 50%, and he'll knock us out with a liquidation. That's not how I wanted that turn to go, but Taylor Swift comes in and gets to just Boomburst. So we'll just do that. I'm assuming this guy never came back. Oh wait, he did come back. Now we're playing 2 matches. I don't know why that happened, but I'm gonna just go Pink Nokia here. We're playing 2 matches now, guys, and he's probably gonna talk. Oh, thank you for that, my good friend. Thank you for that. Here comes Shiny Warlock. I think I just go into Lars on this guy, and he's gonna do that. I get to just click Megahorn, right? What is your switch into a Megahorn? Nothing. He left again. This guy's got the worst internet ever. He's gonna Diamond Storm and miss. That's fine. I want to get at my hazards, I think. Let's go for rocks. He goes into Chatot. I can't really do much to this thing aside from knockoff. So I'm just gonna knock off. He goes to the nasty plot. That's why we knocked off. He's gonna protect here. I'm just gonna Megahorn again. Actually, I can close combat. What does he switch in? Yeah, I'm gonna Megahorn. That thing's dead. See you later. Okay, cool. So we kill that. We got a knockoff here. We got rid of his Focus Sash, which is really nice. So now I kind of have a tough decision to make. I know I'm faster with Taylor Swift, so like, what do I want to sack off here? I think Lars is still important because it helps me beat the Deontay and the Clang. So what's the least useful member of my team right now? Probably Eclipse, if I had to guess. Because I don't really see Eclipse doing a whole lot. Because I think King Tut has some usefulness as well. I could just sack off King Tut though. Yeah, let's just sack off King Tut though. I think that'll be fine. Donphan is worth it to me. Oh, he's not. He doesn't have Scrappy, that's right. Okay, so we are in total fine shape here. I'm just gonna Willow, because he's gonna Chatter, which does half. Let's see if I can hit the Willow though and not get hit in confusion. I do, so that'll wear him down. What is his switch in now? His switch in is Ditto, so he's gonna take our dude here. Now, what do I switch into this thing? I think I just switched into Lars. Which is why we saved it, because I can take any hit from this thing. He's gonna Megahorn, which really doesn't do a ton. He gets Rocky Helmeted. I think I just want to knock off just to ensure that I'm fast in this thing in case he's Scarfed. I don't want to allow like Scarf Ditto to beat us. This thing is getting worn down. I think I just set up a T-Spike now. He's gonna Chatter, almost knocks us out. We get our T-Spike out, which is really nice. It's gonna help us wear down some of the other Pokemon. The double battle right now, guys. I'll Pain Split just in case we live. But I'm sacking this thing. He goes Silvally, we get the knockoff off, and there goes that thing, so that's really nice. Silvally's dead. Okay, and here comes Cresselia. Now this thing is obviously very scary because it can start setting up on us. So how do I stop him from setting up on us? Pink Nokia really kind of beats him. I'm gonna go for the knockoff. He goes for the Calm Mind, that's fine. Knockoff is going to get rid of his lefties. And he's gonna try to set up on us. I think I'm gonna go into... What do I want to do here? I gotta basically get a free switch into Pinocchio and be able to go for a Megahorn. I don't know if he Calm Minds again. Does he Calm Mind again is the question. Do I need Donphan at all? I think I still need Donphan. I think Like, I don't want to just allow him to keep setting up on me, but like this is gonna come down to whether I miss. He's gonna energy ball. Okay, so I could have switched there. That's fine. I'm just going to, like, if he attacks me, it's not with psychic. I'm gonna go to Pinocchio now. I think he just heals. He's gonna shadow ball. Ooh, that's close. That was not what I wanted. I have to Mega Horn here, and that is not what I wanted. He's gonna chatter and knock us out on this side. But at this point in the game, I just go to Taylor Swift and just click Boomburst. This guy, he could beat us with this Cresselia, actually. I may have kind of butchered that. We'll just Boomburst here. I shouldn't have switched into a Shadow Ball. It's a weird set that he's running. Shadow Ball, Energy Ball. I don't know why he would run that, but something dies to Mega Horn here. Like Ditto dies. Yeah, he leaves Cresselia, and that was a mistake. That was a mistake. So here comes Kling Klang. I can just switch into Lars on this thing all day. Yeah, let's switch into Lars. And it's hard to do 2 battles at once. Pinocchio goes down, unfortunately. But now both Pokemon that he has are kind of weak to Donphan. Or I go into Eclipse. I'm gonna go to Eclipse. He's gonna hit him on lead. So if he knockoffs, we win, basically. So I'm gonna Autotomize. He might fake out and then knock off, but if he knockoffs, we win. So, but Kling Klang can't wild charge us. I get to just Earthquake here, and something pretty much dies. So let's just Earthquake. He's gonna go for the Shift Gear. I don't know if that was the right play. He does fake out. He's fake out normal gem. I think he just crit us though. That's kind of a bummer. So now he's faster than us. Did we just lose this match? I think we might have, because Stored Power doesn't do anything. I'll Stored Power just in case we live a knockoff, but we don't. So that crit damage actually mattered because we might have been able to live there. But we'll just go into Lars here. I think I can live a hit and Earthquake. We get a big Earthquake off on this Kling Klang, and I'll just Earthquake again. Gear Grind is going to do absolutely nothing. He's actually going to just die to his own shenanigans there. Earthquake plus the damage from HJK could be enough. The problem is like we lose to Scarf Ditto after this. So I think we just lost. Like that crit could have actually mattered. And me playing 2 matches at once is not actually fun, just in case anyone is wondering. Here comes Cloyster. Do I need Donphan still? I mean, what does Cloyster do? Just gonna... It could Shell Smash, which could be annoying. I'm just gonna Earthquake just in case she Shell Smashes, which she does. Close combat, we live in. He takes a defense drop. Actually, that's huge for us. We get an Earthquake off, and that's perfect. That actually made a huge difference there, because now Ditto's forced to transform into Donphan, and Donphan can't kill Swellow. So we get a big hit off there, and now this Cloyster is pretty weakened. And I can just Earthquake again. He's gonna Icicle Spear, which is not a contact move, so he's gonna live after that hit. And then what I do is I just go into Eclipse, and I set up an Autotomize, because he's gonna die anyway, and I think we can live a hit. He's gonna Icicle Spear. Can we live 5 turns of this? It's gonna be close if we can. No, he doesn't. He just straight up knocks us out. And then here comes the Ditto on the second match. This is ridiculous. I'm just gonna knock off. He's gonna knock off us. He gets Rocky Helmet damage. I knock off him, and Swellow wins no matter what at this point in time, because he was Choice Scarfed. So he would have Choice Scarfed hit us, but that's okay. I'm just gonna go for Earthquake here. He knocks us out. Cloyster dies, and now I believe he forfeited. So I will take that win. Our Earthquake comes off here. He Earthquakes us, and now Swellow should be able to wrap up this game here with a Boomburst. So this one was really close. The guy quit, but the biggest turn was him leaving in that Cresselia, I think, because I don't know if he just didn't realize, but without Heracross, I can't beat the Cresselia in that match. So this guy forfeited. This guy's done. I think we're gonna take both of these matches, guys. So I'll take them both. I'll wait and see if this guy's gonna come back. I don't think he is, but we'll grab one more before we wrap things up here, because that was kind of a weird way to end, to be playing 2 matches at the same time, which was hectic, very hectic. All right, guys, so this is gonna be our last one here, but this guy's got a pretty cool team. 2 Rapid Spinners, an Aggron, a, what's it called, an Ambipom. Part of me is really intrigued right now. If I can get a weakness policy up with Eclipse, we just win. So I wanna get up Stealth Rocks to break the Sturdy on the Aggron, and I think he leads this thing anyway, and if he leads Lanoon, I have to be kind of prepared for that and be able to Earthquake. Lanoon's actually really scary, but I do have King Tut to stop his extreme speed, and I do have Rocky Helmet. So I'm gonna lead with Lars here to get up my rocks. He's gonna lead Ambipom, so he's probably gonna go for a fake out and then a knockoff. So I'll just go for the stealth rocks. He's just gonna U-turn. He's gonna take Rocky Helmet damage, which is fine. He probably goes into Cryogonal here to Ice Beam. And again, my only ice resist, or my only switch into ice type moves really is Goodra. So not very good, not very good, but it's all good. It's all good, we'll figure it out. He actually goes Armaldo. So he might be trying to set up his own hazards, which is fine. I kind of want to go King Tut. I don't know if he knockoffs here. Does he knock off, or do I just EQ? Because this thing has a lot of usefulness still with that Rocky Helmet. But EQ is going to do a decent chunk to him. I could also knock off in case he's AV to allow Swift to beat him later. I don't think he rapid spins. I'm going to knock off. Potentially get rid of an Assault Vest. He has an Assault Vest. Okay, so that gives us a lot of intel on this Pokemon now. So I know he's only got 4 moves. So I think he rapid spins now. So I'm going to go King Tut on the rapid spin. There's the rapid spin, perfect. And I can easily set up T-Spikes against this team because it helps me wear down the Lanoon actually and keeps that thing from sweeping us. So he'll go for knockoff, which is fine by me, I don't really care. This is gonna give me an opportunity to get my T-Spikes. And I can just Willow just in case he goes into Aggron or stays in with Armaldo. He goes Aggron, perfect. So we make that prediction really well. We get a burn off and that pretty much just destroys this thing. His play here probably is to either Rock Polish or just go for the offensive. He's going to set up his Stealth Rocks. This gives me an opportunity to Rapid Spin, but I'm not going to Rapid Spin because I think he's going to go Trevenant, so I'll knock off. He's going to stay in. I get rid of his lefties, and he goes for Dragon Tail and switches us out, so that's a bit annoying. He brings in a Swellow. Not exactly what I wanted to see. I could Heat Wave and try to kill, but I'm just going to go for the U-turn here and get us out of there, and I'm just going to go back into Lars so I can Rapid Spin. He might Dragon Tail again. He does just Dragon Tail again. And brings us into Pinocchio, which is fine. I want a close combat, but I think the Trevenant is pretty obvious. Megahorn really doesn't do a whole lot otherwise. I'm gonna go for the Megahorn predicting the Trevenant, but he's gonna stay in. So that's a 2 KO there after burn. He T-Waves us, that's fine. We do have the guts. And now I just Megahorn again and kill him. He's gonna Heavy Slam, does a lot. We don't get paralyzed and we kill the Aggron, so that thing's dead. Just a matter of kind of chipping down the team. Swellow wins this game pretty easily, actually. And Necrozma wins this game too if I can set up. I just need to set up an Autotomize and we basically win. So a couple different ways to win. The only thing that really messes with us right now is Lanoon. But because we have the T-Spike up, we should be able to stall out anything that does to us because it'll be like Citrus Belly Drum. So we should be okay against Lanoon. That's like the biggest concern. So it looks like he actually just DC'd. So I think he's just gonna, I'll give it a second to see if he reconnects though. And he does actually just DC there. So lots of DCs as we've seen. We kind of run into that quite a bit, but this is a lot of fun, guys. I hope you enjoyed this session here. I think we played maybe 5 or 6 matches and we were able to pick up W's, I think in every one. So that's pretty cool. I am pretty low ladder though, so you know, don't take too much stock in it. It's the RU beta, but I'm having some fun. I recommend you guys give it a shot here before all these cool Pokemon get banned up to UU and BL and beyond. I'm gonna be taking advantage of it. But if you guys want to see more, I could probably get you guys some more episodes of this as the tier kind of starts to come to fruition. And U tier is my favorite, so I'm hoping that kind of falls into pieces pretty soon. But let me know your thoughts, guys. Hit that like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. That's gonna be it for me, guys. My name is Dan. I'll go by aDrive, and I'm gonna catch you guys next time. Peace.